Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Anyan and today we have something a little bit different. I have a special guest for you guys and yeah, we're just gonna talk. I'm gonna let her walk in and then she's gonna introduce herself and we're gonna go from there. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna let her tell you guys more about herself, you know, her family life and all of that. She's a mom, she's a wife, all of that. I'm not, so I can't talk about that, but she can. Yeah, so just go ahead.
So my name is Jannel Hall-Prear and a second-year pharmacy student here at the University of Maryland. And I'm ready and excited to tell you about my story. I'm not sure what, exactly or what concerns or questions you guys might have, but I'm sure being a mom and being a wife, and then for some of you guys who are thinking about pharmacy school, probably wondering is it possible any at all? If it is possible, how possible is it really? How hard is it? Can you really cope? Can you not cope? Can you still, participate in activities and still get good grades, still stay in pharmacy school at least? So it's all doable. Some drastic transitions, some drastic mindset had to be put into place. But I can definitely say that I did it. For me, I decided to stick with my family, not moved on campus where it could be more convenient. I've thought about it 1,001 times. It's actually a drive, say, from DC to Baltimore, and it's probably like an hour, it gets up to like an hour and a half sometime with traffic. So some days I'll be here before traffic starts, so like 5 a.m. and then leave once it dies out, like at 9 p.m. just to avoid like the evening rush, all that extra stuff. But then, you really miss out a lot on your family, and then you think about how you can compensate for that. How do you really in pharmacy school when your weekends, right? Or technically, you still have assignments. Mm-hmm. So that was a lot. So a part of it is really also having your spouse, your fiance, your husband, really just understanding that aspect of it as well, we're in it together, right?
Yeah, they're in pharmacy school too.
Yep.
As much as they don't think they are, they're in pharmacy school as well.
Absolutely. Even my son, because my
Mm-hmm.
son, he is 4. I started school when he was 3-year-old. Yeah, so he's now 4, about to be 5 soon. So hey, it's working out a little bit, I guess.
Yep. Yeah.
It's my journey. It's been one exciting one.
Yeah, so just a little backstory. I met Janelle at PG, so we both went to Prince George's Community College, and then both transferred to University of Maryland at the same time. So we're both P2s, as you already know, and we're both at the same school, obviously. Okay, so today I'm just going to be asking a couple questions about, her experience. We're going to talk about our experience in pharmacy school, what it's been like, how we got to this point, how we've made it through, we haven't dropped out. So one thing that that just reminded me of, I know like after our first year was a lot. I mean, for me, it was a lot.
It was a lot for us.
But I will say that we learned a lot from the first year in the sense that we don't study as, I won't say as much, like we studied smarter a little bit, because our first year we literally lived in school. Like if you saw me in the hallway, like I would be like, I pay rent, so I'm here every day. And we would sleep here finals week. She would stay here because I was living at the time like close to campus, like 10 minutes away from campus. So literally finals week, Monday to Friday, she would be here. She would spend the night at my place, and then we wouldn't even be at home. We would be here.
Yeah.
Monday to Friday, go home, shower, cook, come back. But like after first year, we have not done
we have not done that
nighter.
Yeah.
at all.
And that's like the best part too, because
Yeah.
and again, back to like first year, I feel like that also creates a bond, like finding that person you can rally on. That like I didn't became that person for me, you know what I mean? It was just like we could stay all night, we could study, we would laugh, we would cry, we would go through shenanigans and still be here. So again, there's fun to it, but definitely there is hard work.
Yeah, definitely.
The roller coaster.
Yeah. So I mean, there's some things though I can't really talk about. I mean, I know for my first year, like on the weekends I would go home, but
some weekends I forced you to go home.
Yeah, but you had to go home.
I had to
every day. So every day. I guess like what were the struggle? Because I know once you get home, for me, once I get home, there's no studying can be done. No studying can be done.
Right.
For me on the weekends. But like, what about you? In the sense that you go home every day, just the environment. Are you able to study at home?
Well, on the weekend, sometimes my husband just has to understand it's going to be on a Saturday. If he needs a computer, well, okay, you can have the computer, but for so much, or for so long, and then it's going to be my turn. And I work, so I work on the weekends. So I work every other weekend. I try to cut it down to Saturdays since last semester. But prior to that, in first year, I was working Saturday. Sorry. And Sundays. I was working Saturdays and Sundays every other weekend. That's also tough. I get in from work, call Anian, like with a panic attack. And what's going on? What do I need to do? Until my senses kick in, like, okay, that's not the end of the world.
I get mine, like, I start worrying at the last minute. Like, before, I'm just like, okay, and then the morning of the exam, that's why I'm like, wait, what?
And then I try to on Sundays, try to go to church. I try to make it to the first service. That way, I still have all the day for myself and my husband, which he likes bike riding, so I'll be glad, like, when it's winter time, because he doesn't have to say, aren't you coming? He knows, like, I know I'm not going, so I know I have that additional time. Apart from that, if I know I'm tired or if I've done enough at school, I leave my book bag at the doorway. That way I would not take it beyond the hallway at all. That way I know I'm not going to touch a book. I'm just going home to sleep and enjoy the family, but I still have to, at some point on the weekend, try to catch up,
Yeah, and I will say, one thing that I admire, like, Janelle is always doing, like, even when she's home, like, for the most part. I mean, obviously we have an exam and all that, but, like, they're always on the move. Her, Jack, and her husband, always. Janelle called me, oh, yeah, we just decided to drive up to New Jersey. Oh, yeah, we in Disneyland. Oh, yeah, I'm like,
oh yeah, you gotta keep.
So she's not even just like the mom that just pops in and pops out. Like she always has that time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
To do stuff with Jax.
Absolutely.
And
I have to. I feel like that's what's gonna keep the family, like, especially like my husband. That's what keeps him, like, knowing, hey, I'm still here. I still acknowledge you guys present. For my son, if he decided, like, I would do right. Sometimes I go, even if it's Walmart, I would just go somewhere. I would take him somewhere, even if it's closing in 1 hour. I would like, let's get that last hour in, whether it's Chuck E. Cheese, somewhere, and that's important if you're thinking about, your family and being in school, because it's 4 years.
Okay, yeah. So since it's already been 8 minutes, we're probably going to cut that down a little bit, but so we can get into the meat of this video, we have to reveal something. Obviously, somebody's pregnant, as you can probably tell by the title of this video, and it's not me. It's not me. Yeah. So this one right here, girl, she ready to pop. Okay, she's ready.
39 weeks.
Yeah, that's. Let me do my math.
It's about to be 10.
It's about to be 10 months. So,
my goodness.
How's that been?
Well, let me say, I just started feeling pregnant,
Like half of our classmates probably didn't even know she was pregnant
until
we came back this semester, and we just started our second semester.
Yeah, second week
of second year, second week. So she left the first semester. How many months were you?
How was that? 7? About 7?
Yeah, like 7 months. And some people didn't even know she was pregnant. She'd be like, "Yeah, I'm pregnant."
Like, really? Are you? Yeah. Like,
yeah. So how's that been?
My nose still looking, straight. My neck's still looking like I'm
oh my goodness.
But it has been, it's becoming a struggle. Let me say that for sure. It's definitely becoming a struggle now than it was last semester.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When did you find out you were pregnant?
So at the end of first year, was just a roller coaster in terms of finals, in terms of just the stress of pharmacy school, getting through pharmacy school. So of course, when it's June, you miss your period. It just did not show up. You're thinking, well, I'm resting. My hormones need to get into place.
Okay.
It's been all over the place in May, with finals and all that stuff. So give my body some time to adjust to the comfort of being home. June slipped by before I knew it.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Then come July, I called you.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, "Oh, let's go to a pregnancy test," and I'm like, "For what reason?" Bam. No, I still didn't decide to do a pregnancy. I decided to go to the doctor's office because in any case, that would be more so of a good confirmation, like a solid one.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
That would take away the doubts.
Exactly.
Bam. 2 months pregnant, honey.
Oh my goodness.
Was 6 weeks.
Yeah. So
when did I accept it?
Yeah.
When did I
you were in
reality?
denial. Yeah. Because you didn't plan it.
It was not planned. Like I said, my body was relaxing, everything else needed to be placed. But nothing was planned. So it was hard. It was a little bit hard to accept. It was more so, okay, I'm just gonna live a day at a time. What else am I gonna do?
Okay, so I know we just wrapped up with last semester. How would you say it went for you?
I think I was able to keep up with the information for the most part. It was a little bit harder, but not to the extent where I failed or wasn't performing at the level that I expected, or at least was happy with. I was still able to get B's, still able to get A's, of course. My back hurt, like that was one thing I struggled with. Like, it would be parts of my body that would just randomly hurt. I'd be like, it's all type of nerve pain. I can't walk.
Yeah, right.
Walking slow. Like,
so how did you deal with all of that? Were you taking? See your doctor, of course, but mentally as well.
Yeah. Mentally, I feel like the support I had at school. So yourself, and probably a few other friends that we communicate with on a daily basis. That's key. So mentally, I felt firm, and then because I spend such a little time at home, I don't spend time. I don't use my time to try to be, in a bad mood or be negative about anything, because they still have to get that positive vibes.
Right. So for the little time that
exactly.
That's tough.
So I still had to just be tough, tough it out. At some point I did have like breakdown modes. Like, oh my God, I don't know if I can catch up. Like, IDT was just so much. I really like, how am I supposed to sit all night, sit up with my stomach 6 months? But I pulled through it. When you think about the fact that you're already here, you already started the semester, so not paying no extra money. So I just gotta finish, right?
It's all about the coins.
It comes back down to the coins.
Oh Lord, can't do that. I'm telling you, that's what you gotta think about.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna let all that money go down the drain. It wasn't. And then the time that I've invested, of course, that wasn't gonna go down the drain.
Right.
So I absolutely decided to pull through. I did have bad days. Do you remember me like having really bad days?
No, like I'm
laugh
telling
too
you,
much.
right? Yeah, she's really positive, but at the same time, like she said earlier, like she's really starting to feel pregnant now. Like I hear her complaining now when she's 9+ months, you know. But like throughout in the beginning, like it wouldn't, other than pain, like maybe sitting for too long because of lectures and stuff like that. I don't really think you really had anything else. See, I need these. This is what I need.
I'm really just getting annoyed now.
Because Janelle was chilling. I'm like, wait, are you pregnant? Or like,
I still do my late nights. My late nights. You were like, oh, are you going to drive home? And I'm like, yes, 1 o'clock.
Please don't drive home. She'll just look at me like, did you just ask me? I'm like, yes. Why not? Like, she's just, you know, I feel like, honestly, she just has the genes of just, like, pulling through. Not even the pregnancy in general. Just, like, she can just pull through whatever it is. Like, whatever it is.
And that's a good thing to have if you're planning on coming to pharmacist school.
Yeah. The mental stability.
Yeah. That's something I would say is a key. Just the idea of pulling through, because yes, you're gonna have roller coaster moments. Yeah. You may not be pregnant like myself or planning on being pregnant.
But life in general as well, because nobody. I mean, you face stuff at home, whatever.
Yeah, and then again, you have good people. You know, like I'm a reliant. You know, my classmate for notes and you know, keep me up. Janelle, make sure you submit this tonight. Submit that tonight.
I'm actually gonna be like, Janelle, go home and go to sleep.
She always trying to send me to sleep.
Janelle. Honestly, though, I say it all like I'm joking, and I am joking half of the time. But, like, in the sense that, I mean, those are things that I would like to be. In the sense that, like, that's a characteristic I want to have to just, like, be able to. But at the same time, I'm like, Janelle, go to sleep. Like, go home. Don't come while your baby's 1 week to take an exam. Don't do it. That's me right now. But, you know,
let's see.
We're all learning.
Yeah, let's see, because I just start feeling tired. So let's see how I'm able to pull through with this little strength that I have left.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Girl, you going to pull through.
We're going to do it after, you know, they'll learn after.
Yeah, y'all wait for it. Okay, so let's get to the juicy part. What gender? I was gonna say, what type of baby are you? I probably shouldn't say that. What gender is your baby?
So, you know, of course, with all the strength and all those sleepless nights, you probably already think or already know it's a boy. Mm-hmm. It is a boy. So
what's his name? I know it, but you're about to find out.
JJ.
That's what I call him. JJ Prear.
JJ Prear. Prear is the last name.
Yes.
So I've been, my son, I don't know when, I remember when it was about 3 or 4 months, he came up with this name. Well, he came up with a lot of names, but he stuck with the one, Jacoby. And then he went to Justin. Prineus Purple Prayer. And I was like, what? But yeah, he came up with that name, Prineus Purple Prayer. And I'm like, hell no, Jax. But then my son, he literally calls the baby up to this day Jacoby. I'm not trying to disappoint him. So, but I still need, because I was looking for a name that means doctor. Because this child, he deserves it.
He done been through all the lectures.
He sits through every lecture with his mommy. He does well, right?
Yeah, he doesn't move. He's fine. He doesn't kick until like maybe at night.
Yeah, he's
how would I
know? At night, but right. But yeah, so it was today actually. Now that I came up with the name, I know the spelling. Probably I haven't not the pronunciation down, perfectly. I haven't got.
You want to tell them?
But yeah, I'm fine revealing it. I'm fine spelling it. That's